Our following contest is an exhibition guerrilla warfare women's contest featuring two phenomenal women's competitors, one of which being a PWG veteran and making her entrance to the ring right now, and her return to PWG here in 2K19 Universe Mode is Candice LeRae. Candice LeRae, the only woman to ever hold the PWG Tag Team Championships. In fact, the only woman in PWG history to hold a championship, which is a great shame if you ask me. I think more women should be booked throughout PWG, but that's my personal opinion. Why was Willow Nightingale not in the Battle of Los Angeles this year? I don't know. But Candice is here now, a former, inside of Universe Mode, a former NXT Women's Champion, having held that championship for 38 days. However, tonight she's going to have to go one-on-one with Thunder Rosa. As you hear the announcer calling her down to the ring, we see Thunder Rosa making her presence known, and this is a guerrilla warfare contest, an environment that Thunder Rosa, as we've seen in the past, has thrived in extreme warfare conditions. Oh, and then we see an arm drag from Thunder Rosa on the outside to Candice LeRae. Irish whip counter from Candice LeRae sends Thunder Rosa towards those steel steps. Now picks her back up to her feet. Countered from Thunder Rosa. Thunder Rosa supporting the same gear that she wore in her Lights Out contest against Britt Baker at the St. Patrick's Day Smash last year in AEW. Looking for a return to form here. She bashes Candice LeRae in the face with those steel steps. Within Universe Mode, Thunder Rosa not quite finding the same degrees of success as Candice LeRae, where she is a former NXT champion. However, Thunder Rosa has not been a part of the active 2K19 Universe Mode roster as long as Candice LeRae has been around. Candice LeRae having held that NXT championship quite a while ago when she defeated the 195-day reign of Awesome Kong here in Universe Mode. Candice LeRae would go on to hold that championship for 38 days before losing it to Beth Phoenix, who held that championship for 185 days. So Candice LeRae could be seen to some as a transitional NXT Women's Champion, and that's got to be eating up at her, and she's going to want to reach greater heights of success here in Universe Mode, and she can do that with a victory over Thunder Rosa here tonight, cementing her spot. And these are the only two women's competitors to be on the PWG Battle of Los Angeles event this weekend. So you gotta think that all eyes will be on this contest. As far as these incredible competitors are concerned, they are going to go to extreme lengths to take each other out. So we saw Thunder Rosa utilizing the kendo stick on the outside. Candice LeRae getting back up to her feet here is going to meet her with a huge reverse DDT on the outside, shifting the momentum. Backhand chop now from Candice LeRae sends her back to the inside. As we see return to the ring is Candice LeRae, who kicks Thunder Rosa across the ring a little bit, creating a separation. But Thunder Rosa now with the takedown palm strikes to follow it up. We see Candice LeRae being picked up off of the ropes, dropped guillotined across the top rope. Thunder Rosa now positioning those steel steps to her liking as she picks up the kendo stick, utilizing it to her advantage against Candice LeRae. I see Thunder Rosa preparing in the corner here. Northern Lights suplex to Candice LeRae, bridging over for the cover. I believe Candice being dropped across that kendo stick on her way down. Additionally, uncomfortable landing for Candice as she is sent back into the turnbuckle pad now at the hands of Thunder Rosa. Following it up with another clothesline in the corner, trapping her, and then following it up with a whiplash neckbreaker. Grabbing the steel chair now from the outside. Is Thunder Rosa going to pick up the brutality in this contest as she looks to introduce another instrument of torture? Candice LeRae, however, getting back up to her feet here, is going to receive a chair shot. No, countered by Candice LeRae. Steel chair bashing in the face of Thunder Rosa, rather. Kill switch there, as we saw from Candice LeRae. Hitting the unprettier face buster. Series of clotheslines now from LeRae, looking for that leg lariat, but is sidestepped by Rosa. Now both women meeting in the middle of the ring. German suplex from Thunder Rosa. Folds up Candice LeRae. Irish whip to LeRae, sending her pillar to post across the ring. And Thunder Rosa, a standing switch in the corner. Candice LeRae with the advantage. Backhand chop. I believe Rosa is going to be positioned in the Tree of Woe now. Candice LeRae is going to look to follow this up by going to the top rope. Could be looking for a tremendous double foot stomp to Thunder Rosa. She was looking to recover out of the Tree of Woe. Pinfall attempt here now from Candice LeRae. A near fall, but only the count of 2, says the referee. Despite Candice's best efforts, now going to the top rope is LeRae. Diving axe handle from the top as Thunder Rosa was looking to get back up to her feet there. Now Candice LeRae once again going to ascend to the top rope, perhaps now looking for what she was potentially going for earlier. Diving moonsault from the top, but it is scouted by Thunder Rosa, was able to escape out of it. Pops up on the shoulder, standing switch into the Hurricane Rana that takes down Candice LeRae, folding her up between the ropes almost. Thunder Rosa standing switch. Candice LeRae switched back into the corner. Neither woman able to maintain an advantage as of right now. Candice LeRae springboard off at the ropes, but Thunder Rosa had it scouted and caught her with a tremendous drop kick to the back that sends Candice LeRae to the outside. Recovering now is LeRae. Hot shot across the top rope to Thunder Rosa as she recovered from the outside. Rewind Rana from Candice LeRae. Pinfall attempt here. Could be looking to put away Thunder Rosa with that rewind Rana attempt, but the referee only getting to the count of 2. As now we see Candice LeRae going to look to utilize those steel steps to her advantage, looking to crush Thunder Rosa. No, and now we see the springboard moonsault to Thunder Rosa, but Candice LeRae able to position the steel steps so that Thunder Rosa came crashing down on the steel rather than her opponent. Drop kick into the corner, but both women struggling to recover as Candice LeRae might have came down on the steel steps there. Now Thunder Rosa with a twisting plancha to the outside. Breakneck pace in this guerrilla warfare matchup between these two women, here determined to prove their point and make their mark in PWG. Thunder Rosa now going back underneath the bottom rope. We're going to look to introduce a table to this contest now, as she returns to the confines of the ring. Candice LeRae ascending to her feet here. Reversal on the arm drag from Candice LeRae. Going to look to snapmare down Thunder Rosa. Following it up, reverse DDT. Candice LeRae could be looking for a submission maneuver here, locking her in. The bow and arrow stretch, wrenching in on that hold and applying the pressure to the lower spine of Thunder Rosa. Tremendous pressure and pain that Thunder Rosa is going through in this hold. Tilt-a-whirl from Thunder Rosa. Looks to take her down into a small package here. Counter from Thunder Rosa as she catches the boot of Candice LeRae coming in, turns it into a power bomb. Candice LeRae creating separation by dishing herself out to the outside, taking a powder for the time being, but that positions Thunder Rosa directly in the middle of the ring, prepared for Candice LeRae's return, meeting her with those steel steps. We see Thunder Rosa positioning that table perhaps how she wants to. Candice LeRae looking for the chop across the table, but not coming up successful with that. Now Candice LeRae taking down the hardware that Thunder Rosa looked to put up. Running Hurricane Rana from Candice LeRae sends Thunder Rosa to the outside. Rosa looking to recover. However, Candice LeRae going to meet her on the outside, is met with a Northern Lights suplex for her efforts. Now Thunder Rosa with Candice LeRae positioned by the ring post. Running big boot. Face wash. Just brushing the boot across the face of Candice LeRae. Insane viciousness from Thunder Rosa on that maneuver. We see once again being sent directly into that ring post for a second time by Thunder Rosa there. Thunder Rosa now could be looking for the Tiger suplex there, countered by Candice LeRae. Rolls through into the pinfall attempt here. Could secure the victory on Thunder Rosa. However, getting the shoulder up just barely. Not able to apply the pressure to the shoulders of Thunder Rosa allows her to create the escape. Reverse DDT once again from Thunder Rosa, or from Candice LeRae to Thunder Rosa. Once again, we're going to see this bow and arrow stretch, continuing to work on the lower back of Thunder Rosa. Thunder Rosa now going to take Candice LeRae down. Strikes to Candice LeRae as she is positioned on top of that table. So Candice LeRae's head coming down, crashing across that table with each strike. Now Thunder Rosa. Gory bomb onto the table once again to Candice LeRae. Grabbing the kendo stick. Now the table that she just planted Candice LeRae on with that tremendous gory bomb. Candice LeRae looking to recover there, but Thunder Rosa with ill intentions in mind for that table. And now we see Thunder Rosa igniting the table. What could she be looking for here on Candice LeRae? But Candice LeRae able to shove her off. Now, with that dangerously close to that table, Thunder Rosa could be going through the table with that neck breaker, but no. Still in dangerous position. Pinfall attempt here. I almost wish that this would put away Thunder Rosa. However, I know that it won't. I almost wish that would be enough to put away Thunder Rosa. Therefore, we wouldn't see one of these women go through that flaming table that is currently in the middle of the ring. Thunder Rosa now with a hot shot to Candice LeRae. One of these women could still be going through that table as positioned in the ring in dangerous territory. As now we see Candice LeRae being positioned on the top rope. This is a very hazardous territory for these two women. Candice LeRae with the back elbow, able to counter out of it, diving, tremendous dropkick from the top rope. The missile dropkick countered. Thunder Rosa standing switch, Hurricane Rana now to Candice LeRae. Once again, Candice being positioned in the corner turnbuckle pad. Thunder Rosa now being sent into the table, could be going through the table here. Candice LeRae now with Thunder Rosa in position. Vertical suplex through the flaming table. And Thunder Rosa comes down through the fire. And crashing also onto that kendo stick on the ground. Candice LeRae following it up with a lion salt. springing off of the second rope with a tremendous moonsault pinfall attempt here on Thunder Rosa. 1, 2, and no, Thunder Rosa gets the shoulder up despite going through a flaming table and receiving a lion salt. Thunder Rosa still able to kick out, but now we see the Gargano escape from Candice LeRae, applying the pressure, wrenching in on this hold, and Kobe looking for the submission on Thunder Rosa, but she's got to know that Thunder Rosa has far too much fight in here tonight. Will not give up by those measures. Sliding takedown from Thunder Rosa as she trips out the legs of Candice LeRae. Now shots from the kendo stick, lighting up Candice LeRae. Gory bomb position, planting her down once again. Reversal in the corner here. Stunner from Candice LeRae. Jawbreaker puts down. Thunder Rosa follows it up with a grounded elbow drop. Now Candice turns her over. Once again, going to apply the pressure on this bow and arrow stretch. Could this be enough to put away Thunder Rosa following everything she's gone through? And she has applied this maneuver multiple times in this contest, and it has done it. Thunder Rosa forced to tap out as the lower spine being wrenched in by Candice LeRae. And Candice LeRae, the pro wrestling Guerrilla veteran, despite Thunder Rosa's best efforts, coming up successful here on the night 3 of Battle of Los Angeles. We saw the gory bomb taking Candice LeRae and planting her down on that table. We also saw, involving tables, the flaming table that Thunder Rosa had gone through right here. That tremendous vertical suplex. Not to mention the steel chair shots. Here we saw a lion salt from Candice LeRae. Face wash, big boot from Thunder Rosa on the ring post. Incredible contest. Both of these women showed up ready to fight here tonight and ready to show why women's wrestling should be showcased more in PWG. Next up, we have the first ever defense of the Ring of Honor World Championship in Universe Mode, following Andrade's victory over Will Ospreay when he cashed in his Money in the Bank briefcase at SummerSlam. Coming to the ring first, and the challenger in this contest is someone that we haven't seen in Universe Mode in multiple years. One of the best of all time, the legend Eddie Guerrero, is going to go up one-on-one against Andrade El Idolo here tonight at the Battle of Los Angeles for the Ring of Honor Championship. Believe it or not, Eddie Guerrero does have a history here in Universe Mode. He is the third man to ever hold the television/intercontinental/current Ring of Honor Television Championship yet again. He was the third man to hold that, defeating Matt Riddle after an 140-day title reign and losing that championship to Cedric Alexander. One of the initial applicants to the SmackDown brand here in Universe Mode. Looking to walk away with championship gold for the second time in Universe Mode history. And this is really a dream matchup for us to see these two men go up against one another. Two legends in their own time. Here we see the current Universe Mode Ring of Honor champion, Andrade El Idolo. Andrade had defeated Will Ospreay at SummerSlam following Will Ospreay's victory over Drew McIntyre. In that victory, Will Ospreay having held, at the time, the SmackDown World Championship for only 13 minutes and 26 seconds throughout the duration of his contest with Andrade El Idolo, where he essentially stole the championship away from Ospreay, and in doing so solidified himself as the first ever Universe Mode Ring of Honor champion, accompanied to the ring by the lovely Zelina Vega here tonight, and prepared to defend his championship against a man that he idolizes. Many in his culture, many around the world, many professional wrestlers idolize Eddie Guerrero, and this is a tremendous opportunity for Andrade to cement his championship reign in his first ever defense here at the Battle of Los Angeles. Following his victory over Will Ospreay, SmackDown was rebranded as Ring of Honor, as we saw with Shingo Takagi's inclusion in the Battle of Los Angeles, having held the Ring of Honor Television Championship, as well as Pete Dunne being the current Ring of Honor Openweight Champion. Here we see the Ring of Honor World Champion prepared to defend his championship.
Introducing the challenger from El Paso, Texas, weighing in at 228 pounds, Eddie Guerrero.
Great to see Eddie Guerrero returning here in Universe Mode. One of the greatest wrestlers of all time, and I have to think that in the WWE 2K22 Universe Mode that I may or may not be uploading, I'm not too sure yet, that Eddie Guerrero will be a tremendous inclusion, seeing as the Rey Mysterio showcase is such a staple. However, I have many trepidations about 2K22. I'm very hesitant to see how it turns out. I love very much that I've been playing 2K19 so consistently for years, but I'm ready to upgrade to a newer game, and I just really hope that 2K22 turns out to be the success that I had hoped it would be after this tremendous lapse in production. Anyway, let's get to the contest as we have the Ring of Honor champion defending against Eddie Guerrero. As we get started here, we see a Northern Lights suplex bridge over from Andrade. Kick to the back now. No show of respect here as the axe handle takedown to Eddie Guerrero. Andrade doing everything in his power to put him on the ground, as we see the dirty underhanded tactics of Eddie Guerrero already coming into play as he pokes Andrade in the eyes. Follows it up with a bridging fisherman suplex. I see going to lock him in that hole, but running Hurricane Rana countered from Andrade. Eddie looks to escape to the outside, however he's still in a bit of a dangerous territory, seeing as Zelina Vega's inclusion in this contest. Springboard Hurricane Rana from the apron. Eddie Guerrero takes down Andrade with that tremendous maneuver. Standing switch in the corner here as Andrade going to position Eddie for the tremendous Destino? Can I call that a Destino? Stomps to the ground now to Eddie Guerrero. Gonna pull him away from that bottom rope here to avoid the separation on the rope break. Wisely done by Andrade. However, Eddie Guerrero, too seasoned a veteran, gonna look to escape to the outside now. And luring Andrade perhaps into a trap of sorts. Andrade looking for a dropkick on the outside, countering Eddie Guerrero with that strike. Forearm smash, series of strikes now from Andrade. Has maintained the advantage for the early goings in this contest. However, Eddie Guerrero now entering back with a dropkick on the outside, sends Andrade into the apron. Once again, sending Andrade back into the ring. Calling him back up to his feet here. Eddie Guerrero could be looking to pop himself up now onto the shoulders of Eddie Guerrero. Takes him down with a Hurricane Rana. Maneuver that we saw a couple of times from Thunder Rosa in our previous contest. Just showing the inspiration that Eddie Guerrero has across all Lucha Libre culture. Andrade now, however, sending Eddie to the outside. And if Andrade can defeat Eddie Guerrero here tonight, you got to think what kind of precedent that sets for Andrade in terms of being the Ring of Honor champion going forward. That is a tremendous staple to make as your first ever victory in your title defense. Reversal from Eddie Guerrero as he looked to trap Andrade on the ropes. Strike to the back now, and Eddie Guerrero going to look to follow it up with a running knee strike. Takes Andrade up and over to the outside. Eddie Guerrero now going to look to get a running start, rebounding off of the ropes, but no. Thinking better of it, going to go to the apron now. Kicks to the face. Springboard. Crossbody to the outside, but Andrade able to escape out of that maneuver, sidestepping it just barely, but enough to get himself at a safe distance to avoid that crossbody off of the apron. Positions Eddie Guerrero now on the guardrail among the people. Meets him with a boot to the face and sends him back to the inside now, where we see Eddie Guerrero shoving Andrade off from a grounded position. Andrade now being Irish whipped into the turnbuckle pad. Could be looking for here. So he wrenches in on that arm. Pops up to the top rope. And dives down with a huge armbar. Arm breaker, rather, from the top rope. Eddie Guerrero following it up. Tope Atomico. Scouted by Andrade. Pinfall attempt here from Andrade. Looking to capitalize on that missed opportunity. Chop takes down Eddie. Now we see Andrade wrenching in on this chin hold, or chin lock rather. Just grounding Eddie Guerrero, continuing to apply the damage and the pressure to Eddie. Andrade has had the upper hand for a lot of this contest as we approach the 5-minute mark. This match does have a 30-minute time limit for championship rules. Now we see Eddie Guerrero reverse suplex, turning Andrade inside out, lifting him up and over, essentially bringing him down in a cutter position. We see Andrade looking to send Eddie into the turnbuckle pad. Eddie scouted it, looked for the DDT. However, it's countered by Andrade with a series of strikes to the midsection. Now positioning Eddie Guerrero on the ropes here. Andrade taking him down to the bottom rope. Middle rope, rather. I'm just going to use it to wrench in on that hold. Forcing Eddie down across that middle rope. Calling him back to the inside here. Eddie could be looking for something. Andrade's going to meet him on the outside. Bit of a confusion as far as where these competitors will end up. Eddie now returning to the inside. Immediately going to catch Andrade with a boot to the gut. Going to walk with him all the way over to the corner. Avalanche arm drag. Popping up now to the top rope, looking for the twisting plancha from the top rope. Or the twisting senton, I should say. Andrade now going to wrench in on this ankle lock. Surprising turn of events here from Andrade to look for that submission hold. However, Eddie able to evade out of it. Positions Andrade. Gory bomb. Another maneuver that we saw utilized by Thunder Rosa in our previous contest. Pinfall attempt here, but it is countered, or escaped. I don't know. By Andrade. Grounded DDT. Now Eddie with him in position. Going to look for the Tope Atomico this time. Coming up successful on that endeavor. Boot to the gut. Now we see Andrade hoisted up. Sheer drop brainbuster. Bringing him down with a great velocity. Drilling the head into the canvas as we see Eddie Guerrero now. Going to look to go to the top rope here. He's calling Andrade up to his feet. I thought he might be looking for the frog splash pretty early on in this contest. Diving down with a tremendous dropkick from the top, but it is scouted by Andrade once more. Pinfall attempt here. Kick out from Eddie. Andrade going to send him into the turnbuckle pad once more. Sending him to the outside this time, rather. Andrade frustrated now. Going to look to dive past Zelina Vega. Torpedo DDT going through the turnbuckle pad. A maneuver that we saw being utilized by Sami Zayn in his tag team contest. This time being utilized by Andrade to get the better of Eddie Guerrero. However, too fatigued on the outside. Eddie takes the advantage with a bridging fisherman suplex. Now Eddie calling Andrade back up to his feet here. Could be looking to get a running start. Tope Suicida to the outside from Eddie Guerrero. Takes down Andrade. And this is Eddie Guerrero's first bit of offense in this contest. Showing off for the fans. And they love to see Eddie doing so well here in this contest. Able to bring his all and able to challenge for a world championship here in Universe Mode. Now picking Andrade back up to his feet here. Boot to the gut. DDT. Plants Andrade into the canvas. Could be in perfect position for a frog splash there, but Eddie thinking something else. Rather going to send Andrade into the turnbuckle. Standing switch from Andrade. Andrade now going to hoist Eddie Guerrero up to that top rope. Ill intentions in mind. Shoves him off. Kick to the ankles of Eddie Guerrero. Going to follow it up with a lung blower. Driving the knees straight into the chest of Eddie Guerrero and sending him overhead. Looking for the clothesline takedown. Eddie Guerrero catches him with that back elbow coming in. Andrade float over suplex. Going to look for the pinfall attempt here. Snap suplex from Andrade. And each opportunity that Eddie Guerrero seems to be getting something going in this contest, Andrade shifts the tides and reverses the momentum in his favor. Jawbreaker now from Eddie. Looking for the strike to the face. Andrade rather counters it. Irish whip into the turnbuckle pad here. He was looking to turn around. However, Andrade was driving the knee into the back, following it up with that final cut. Pinfall attempt now. Drop kick here from Eddie Guerrero as Andrade looking to get back up to his feet here. Eddie Guerrero, however, diving crossbody to a groggy Andrade who was draped across the ropes. Eddie taking both men all the way down to the ground on the outside. Puts Andrade back up to his feet here. Could be looking for the three amigos. There we see the first suplex connecting. Following it up with a second, and now finally Eddie Guerrero being able to build some momentum in this contest, connecting with the three amigos. Zelina Vega on the outside, visibly frustrated at the fact that Eddie Guerrero has reacclimated himself to this contest. Now we see Eddie positioned comfortably in the corner, fully composed and fully aware of the opportunity that is presented in front of him. Boot to the face from Andrade, catches Eddie coming in. Series of back elbows now from Eddie to Andrade. Andrade looked to get a running start, however, catching him with that knee coming in was Eddie Guerrero. Sends Andrade into the turnbuckle pad and now going to position him on that top rope. Tremendous maneuver in mind from Eddie Guerrero. Now could be looking for a tremendous back suplex all the way from the top, taking Andrade down across the shoulders, planting them across the canvas. Now could be looking for The tequila sunrise. No, wrenching on the armbar, rather. Wrenching in on the arm, but he has not applied enough pressure in this contest to that limb as Andrade creates a separation. Running heel kick. Running wheel kick, rather. Drives the shoulder of Eddie Guerrero onto the canvas now. Andrade looking to get him back up to his feet here. Arm wrench from Eddie Guerrero takes him for a ride. Northern Lights suplex. Going to wrench on that arm once more. Turning it into a vertical suplex. Thought he was going for the Northern Lights, but incredible innovation on that maneuver from Eddie Guerrero. Is now Eddie Guerrero positioned on the top rope. Diving double foot stomp. Escaped by Andrade for his efforts. Dishes on Eddie all the way to the outside. Giving himself a moment of separation, a moment of tranquility. It's now Andrade climbing to the top rope here. Could be looking for a tremendous dive all the way to the outside. Taking down Eddie Guerrero with a tremendous axe handle from the top. Shoulder tackle takedown now from Eddie. Sends Andrade into the guardrail. Sends it back inside the ring here. Guerrero now with a boot to the gut. Plants him down with a tremendous power bomb, but Andrade just barely getting his foot able to touch the rope. I think his toes were touching the bottom rope. That was the only way that Andrade created the separation there, and probably the only way that he was able to get out of such a stacked cover following that pinfall. Tilt-a-whirl backbreaker from Eddie Guerrero. Now going to look to follow it up. Leapfrog, rebounding him off of the ropes, but Andrade with the counter. Series of reversals from both men. Andrade looking for a powerbomb here. Head scissors takedown from Eddie Guerrero there. And we see Eddie diving crossbody all the way to the outside. Taking down Andrade on the floor. Now both men returning to the ring here. He's going to pick Andrade back up. Going to look to lift him up for a brainbuster once more. Pinfall attempt here from Eddie Guerrero. Kick out from Andrade though. So resilient, so determined to retain his championship following tonight. Reversal from Andrade now. Looking to Irish whip Eddie Guerrero into the turnbuckle pad. Following it up with a drop kick in the corner. Roll through. Schoolboy muscles him over into a powerbomb. Pinfall attempt here on Eddie Guerrero, but not able to apply the pressure to the shoulders, and that's what allows Eddie Guerrero to kick out. Now we see Andrade pointing at Eddie Guerrero, getting a bit of distance between himself. Handspring, looking for the backflip. Perhaps backflip Pele kick. Catch Eddie across the back of the head. Gory bomb, however, from Eddie Guerrero, counters out of it. Boot to the gut from Eddie Guerrero, countered by Andrade, who comes down with the elbow across the knee and drills him into the canvas with an Uranagi. We see a monkey flip from Andrade from a grounded position, sends the momentum of Eddie Guerrero towards those ropes. Boots applying the pressure, driving those boots into the chest of Eddie Guerrero in the corner. Seated position. Now we see the submission attempt, wrenching in on this hold, is Andrade. Single leg camel clutch. Eddie Guerrero very close to the ropes, however, not quite able to reach out given the pressure that is being applied by Andrade. Boot to the midsection, follows up with a clubbing strike across the back. Poke to the eyes, countered by Andrade. Arm drag takedown, series of counters from both men. A backhand chop sends Andrade towards the ropes. Hurricane Rana takedown now from Eddie Guerrero. Looks to bridge into the pinfall attempt here, but a kick out from Andrade continues his hopes of retaining that championship tonight. Irish whip from Eddie Guerrero sends Andrade all the way across the ring. Look to come in with a running drop kick, however, is countered by Andrade. Eddie Guerrero now with the wrist lock advantage, going to look to pop up to the top rope once more. Sends him across the ring with that arm drag. Both men slow to recover off of that exchange. Showing the effects that this matchup has had on them. Kicks out the leg. Turns it into a tremendous lion tamer. The way that Eddie Guerrero was able to manipulate Andrade's body to avoid the ropes with that submission maneuver is something that is quite admirable of a ring veteran such as Eddie Guerrero. Andrade now rolling through, going to be looking for that schoolboy powerbomb once more. Pinfall attempt again, but once more he can't get the shoulders covered of Eddie Guerrero. So it allows him to kick out there. Series of boots to the face, busting open Eddie Guerrero now. Takes him down with a tremendous neck breaker, going all the way up and over and around Eddie Guerrero in order to secure that maneuver. Once more going to look for that single leg camel clutch, but perhaps this time just to showcase the crimson mask. Eddie Guerrero supporting, following those boots to the face on the ground. A bit disrespectful from Andrade at this stage of the matchup. We know that that is not something Andrade is particularly concerned with, is being respectful of his opponent, despite it being Eddie Guerrero here tonight. We see a grounded drop kick from Andrade. Series of grounded strikes to Eddie Guerrero, boot to the gut to follow it up. You see Eddie Guerrero once more looking for the brainbuster on Andrade. This time going to look to go up to the top rope to follow it up perhaps with a tremendous frog splash. We see Eddie Guerrero fired up. Going to look to go from 3/4 of the way across the ring. Frog splash to Andrade almost, and now going for the pinfall attempt, but no. Only a count of 2. So close to walking away with that championship here tonight was Eddie Guerrero. However, Andrade able to get the shoulder up despite the frog splash that came in from such a distance. Release powerbomb now from Eddie Guerrero. Looks to follow it up, stacking him up with another powerbomb. This time getting the pinfall attempt that he desired. Kick out from Andrade, however. Very near fall on that powerbomb attempt. Eddie Guerrero was able to stack up Andrade. Standing switch on the waistlock advantage. Sends Andrade into the post. Turns him around, does Eddie Guerrero. Could be looking to position Andrade on the top rope here. Going from the top turnbuckle now. And Eddie's going to look for a huge head scissors. Takedown. Quickly going to look to follow that out by ascending to the top rope, and could be positioning himself for yet another frog splash. Coming down onto Andrade. Looking for the frog splash. Pinfall attempt here. 1, 2, and 3. No! The referee saying only 2. Andrade got the shoulder up at the very last second. Now kicking out the face of Eddie Guerrero is Andrade, who could be looking for the twisting DDT. Locking the arm, the El Idolo Tranquilo DDT. Asking what he's going to have to do to put away Eddie Guerrero after everything he's done in this contest. However, that is the only time that he has hit his finishing maneuver. Eddie Guerrero quickly popping back up into this contest, however. Irish whip from Eddie Guerrero to Andrade. Overhand chop countered by Eddie Guerrero, who counters with a drop kick. Sends Andrade back and towards the ropes. Snapmare takedown from Eddie Guerrero to a dazed Andrade, who was looking to recover on those ropes. Irish whip now. Sends Andrade into the turnbuckle pad. Gonna lift him up once more. Positioning him seated on that top turnbuckle. Now Andrade springing off of the ropes. Could be looking for the drop kick, but it is scouted by Eddie Guerrero. Northern Lights gonna look to wrench the arm once more and then trapping Andrade between the ropes. Eddie now gonna follow that up. Could be looking once more for the Three Amigos. There is the first one. Connecting it, bridging over, following it up. Rolling through and connecting with the Three Amigos to Andrade. Perfect position once more. Eddie Guerrero could be looking for the frog splash in the same position he hit it in for the second time. He's going to hit it for the third time on Andrade. Pinfall attempt. No, Eddie Guerrero deciding not to go for the pinfall attempt, perhaps knowing that that will not be enough to put away Andrade in this matchup. I was looking for the powerbomb here. Powerbomb takedown to Andrade. Following the frog splash. I'm not sure if that was the right decision, however, as Andrade gets the shoulder up again. He should have just gone for the pinfall following the frog splash, if you ask me. Backhand chop scouted by Andrade. We have 5 minutes remaining in this contest, as both men going to have to bring out all the stops to walk away with the championship here tonight. Poke to the eyes, backhand chop sends Andrade towards the ropes. You know how desperately Andrade wants to walk away from this matchup with a victory. He does not want to walk away from this matchup as a draw in his first ever title defense. That is going to put an amperstamp on the remainder of his reign. Excuse me, asterisk. I got too fancy with it. As now Eddie Guerrero calling Andrade back up to his feet. Diving down with a tremendous drop kick from the top rope. Pinfall attempt here. 2. And once again Andrade getting the shoulder up. Minor interference from Zelina Vega in this contest, having almost no impact on what is going on with inside the ring. However, the business associate of Andrade has brought him so much success in the past. Brought him championship success here in Universe Mode. Andrade having aligned with the likes of Rush and Hiromu Takahashi as part of Los Ingobernables de Japón. Affiliating Zelina Vega with that faction. They have full control almost over Ring of Honor at this point. Shingo Takagi, his affiliation is currently unknown. Could have been looking for the Uranagi there, was Andrade. However, Eddie Guerrero counters out. Could be looking for a crucifix position for the powerbomb. Follows it up with a pinfall attempt here. 2-0. How close was that? I seriously thought Eddie Guerrero had the championship there. But Andrade still fighting. Again, we see Eddie Guerrero composed in the corner, knowing exactly his route of action here tonight. Popping up, double jump, looking for the Hurricane Rana, but he comes up a little short of Andrade. Andrade now running heel kick to the face. Eddie Guerrero takes him down. Now gonna look to follow that up. Picking Eddie back up to his feet here. Shoulder tackle takedown. Here we see Andrade positioning Eddie Guerrero. Feet draped across that top rope and brings him down with a flatliner. Boot to the gut, gonna turn Eddie Guerrero over once more for this single leg camel clutch that he has gone to the well to multiple times in this contest. However, we saw the manipulation of a similar hold pay off for Candice LeRae in the last contest. Here we see a snapmare takedown followed by a face wash from Eddie Guerrero. Boot to the face from Andrade as we are in the last 2 minutes of this contest. Andrade's going to have to pick up the velocity and the aggression in this contest that he has done throughout the duration, but he's going to have to put away Eddie Guerrero in this matchup if he is going to want to walk away as the definitive champion. Eddie Guerrero, however, so desperate to walk away with another championship here in Universe Mode. Diving from the top of the rope all the way to the outside was Andrade. Eddie Guerrero, however, had that maneuver scouted. Now Eddie Guerrero, diving springboard frog splash to Andrade. Pumped up Eddie Guerrero now within the last minute of this contest, knowing what he is going to have to do. Rebounding off of the ropes here for a second time springboard. Back elbow, but he misses on Andrade. Andrade recovers, however, turning him around. Could be looking for a Saito suplex, countered by Andrade, who answers back with a bulldog. Now Andrade, once more, could be looking for the handspring. Backflip Pele kick across the neck of Eddie Guerrero. Pinfall attempt here from Andrade. One, kick out at one from Eddie. Despite everything he's been through, Eddie Guerrero still having fight in him in this contest. And now we are in 30 seconds of this matchup expiring. Boot to the gut. Could be turning him around for the arm wrench DDT. El Idolo. Pinfall attempt from Andrade. 1, 2, and 3. He did it. Andrade has put away his idol, the true El Idolo, Eddie Guerrero. Absolutely phenomenal matchup here on the Battle of Los Angeles Night 3. And the first ever title defense successful for Andrade El Idolo. Still your Ring of Honor World Champion. Despite an incredible matchup between two of the most incredible Mexican competitors, the most incredible luchadors that we have ever seen in the history of professional wrestling, putting on an absolute showcase here tonight. An absolute display of what it means to be a great, excellent Lucha Libre star. However, on this occasion, Andrade El Idolo was capable of walking away with a victory over the legendary Eddie Guerrero and walking away still the Ring of Honor champion. We'll have to see what Will Ospreay has to say about Andrade and his title reign, but for now, Andrade securing that championship as we move on to the next part of the Battle of Los Angeles for 2K19 Universe Mode.